Warning: the following video may contain harsh language, crude humor, and may offend unintentionally, and is an affiliate of Scythering Productions. The opinions and comments expressed do not reflect those of the Scythering team. All credit and criticism shall be warranted to TWS Productions. Viewer discretion is advised.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to That Wrestling Show. 12 huge stories all on the heels of SummerSlam. Why don't we get right into it? And just so you know, yes, this came in just in the nick of time. The first story that we have this week, and believe it or not, this is fresh off the presses. WWE referee Mike Chioda has been suspended for violating the wellness policy for 30 days. This is his first infraction of the wellness policy. So WWE is suspending Mike Chioda for violating the wellness policy. Why do I have a feeling that in about a month, camera guy number 5 is going to be suspended for the wellness policy? Wow, I had no idea referees were part of the whole wellness thing, but wow. You think that's funny? TNA apparently has no plans for Samoa Joe. Yes, his -10 rating in the Bound for Glory tournament, yeah, they planned that. There are no plans for him to win. It seems that they have no real long-term plans for Samoa Joe, and rumor has it right now that he actually might be WWE bound. Samoa Joe in WWE. Now, while this could work, and while this is a pretty good idea, Samoa Joe is kind of a tricky talent. I'm not sure if WWE would know how to properly use him. They could give him a new manga gimmick, or they could give him a Goldberg gimmick, but either way, he's one of those tricky guys that if you don't know how to use well, I don't think they can capitalize on. But if he goes to WWE, at least he has a job. Del Rio had mentioned in an interview that he plans on retiring in 5 years. And he wants to retire completely from in-ring action. He wants to work a limited farewell tour and have his final match in San Luis Potosí. Now, I'm not 100% sure if this is legitimate or not, but Del Rio retiring from in-ring action in 5 years' time? Well, that doesn't really give him a whole lot of time to really make himself a legend or anything unless he wins the title 13 times. But, okay, Del Rio, sure. It's going to be sad to see you go if this is a legitimate story, but he could have also been pulling our legs, but who knows? Who knows? Heavyweight boxer Monty Big Guns Barrett says that he's interested in fighting his rival, Dave Taird, at WrestleMania. Okay, these are heavyweight boxers. Now, while I have all the respect in the world for those in the UFC and in the boxing ring, they don't belong in a pro wrestling ring. Now, some of you are going to sit right there and say, well, wait a minute, they did that with Mr. T and Roddy Piper. That was entertaining. Well, they did that with Butterbean and Bart Gunn. Well, that wasn't really all that entertaining. Well, they did that with Floyd Money Mayweather and Big Show. You gotta admit, that was entertaining. But what about the whole Akibono thing in Big Show? As painful as it was somewhat entertaining. These are two guys that have never stepped to, in my knowledge, inside of a wrestling ring, and they're gonna have a match, a wrestling match, or a boxing match, or a combination of the two at WrestleMania. Two guys who haven't worked a minute in the company are getting a match or interested in getting a match at WrestleMania. Come on, WWE. Do not greenlight this. There's no room for people that don't belong in the wrestling ring to be at WrestleMania. It's like a woman playing at the fucking Super Bowl. There's no fucking room for it. Or better yet, it's like a guy giving birth It doesn't fucking make sense. Don't fucking do it. But on the bright side, it could be better than the Rock-John Cena match, so we kind of have that to look forward to. WWE, believe it or not, has trademarked the term Future Endeavors. Yes, this is now trademarked to WWE. Future Endeavors, Future Endeavored, and Future Endeavor. I got nothing. I got nothing on this. Not one fucking thing. WWE couldn't trademark Sin Cara, so they trademarked Future Endeavors. Fine.
What the fuck did you do to me? Holy fucking shit! You sons of bitches butchered me! Ah, what the fuck is wrong with my arm? Holy fucking shit! You fucking dizzy bitch! What the fuck is my family gonna think of me now? Ah, fuck!
Speaking of Sin Cara, believe it or not, he's said to have nuclear heat backstage due to his poor performance, bad blown spots, and being an underwhelming rookie. Word is that Sin Cara 1 won't be brought back. The other flip side of the story is, he is coming back and they're going to have a feud with Sin Cara 2 or Buff Cara. And the Spanish announcers were talking about how Sin Cara 2, playing the role of Sin Cara 1, was eating more tacos and getting the same suntan that Sheamus got. So they're hinting at the fact that Sin Cara is coming back, and if they're not really going to bring Sin Cara back, they already blew their fucking cover. Yeah, see, the problem with Sin Cara is they took him from here and sent him right here. They didn't really put him in developmental where he can hone the craft and learn the WWE style, so of course he's going to do what comes natural. WWE, you know, I love the fact that you're bringing in new talent, but when you don't train them to know and learn your style and then they fuck up, you can't give them heat. It's like taking a horse and throwing him on a racetrack if he's never raced before. You're not going to get those results. I'm sorry. Come on, guys. Let's just be a little smart here. Being a smart, Kevin Nash's return at SummerSlam was kept super secret, and only 4 people had knowledge of the situation of it. As far as his role goes right now in the company, there is quietly no word on it. Right now, Kevin Nash is on the roundtables thing, and we don't know if he's going to be feuding with Punk. We don't know if it's going to be a whole Triple H corporate thing. I smell a corporation faction all over again, 2.0. Could be good. Kind of nice to see Kevin Nash, but I don't know if he could go anymore. I mean, the guy is up there in age, and he's no spring chicken. And let's face it, CM Punk could spin circles around him. But he possibly could play the big man role and just beat him down with stiff shots. So who knows where this possibly could go. Generation Me have actually had a tryout match in WWE prior to Monday Night Raw this week. No word on what this actually means, but this could spell big things for the tag team division. So Generation Me, 3 weeks ago left TNA and got a tryout match in WWE. Please sign them. Please sign them. Please sign them. Reports suggest that recent Tough Enough winner Andy Levine has also been suspended due to the wellness policy. And this was prior to SummerSlam. However, this report might be legit. They're actually checking to see if a doctor prescription was the cause to this. He may test again, and some talents in the past have previously failed, but actually turned up clean the second test around. So let me get this straight. So Sin Cara gets suspended, Mike Chioda gets suspended, Andy Levine gets suspended, and then a story comes out saying that, well, the second time around they turned up clean because we may have made a mistake. WWE, really? If this is true and Andy Levine did fuck up, yeah, your time in WWE is gone. We don't need your ass. Just go, just leave. Punk would not be amused. Punk would not approve. And I'm sorry, but for someone who's always wanted to be in WWE, really, that's how you're going to start your career, failing the wellness policy. But again, if he was given a prescription and accidentally, oops, but, Rey Mysterio got away with it, so let's see what happens. Vince is said to actually be very high on Alberto Del Rio, as every time Del Rio comes out with Rodriguez, he sits back and watches and smiles. So Vince McMahon is high on Alberto Del Rio. If you wonder why, he's Money in the Bank winner and WWE champion. Kind of a quick push if you ask me. Del Rio, hold on to that title like a vice, because in about a month or two, you're probably going to be losing that title. I pray to God that this isn't going to be an eventual Miz squash, but we'll see where they go. Talk right now is that Mysterio will not be missing too much more ring action than expected. However, his 6th knee surgery has been canceled. He will actually be going into rehab, and a lot of sources suggest that he will be very soon getting a knee replacement surgery. So Rey Mysterio, for the 6th time, is going to have probably surgery on his knee. He's rehabbing the best he can. He's not going to miss as much ring work, but only a couple more months. And it seems that, Mysterio, you're a great wrestler in the ring, don't get me wrong, but I think it's time to hang it up. Every other couple of months you have a knee problem, you have an issue with your knee or your leg or your neck or your back, it's time to pack it up, son. And really, how much more could you do without your knee blowing up or exploding? It's just a matter of time before you do a 619 and we see your kneecap fly out of your fucking leg and it goes in the ringside and becomes a souvenir. That's all that we have for this week of That Wrestling Show. So many things going on. For those of you that caught my SummerSlam review, a couple of things have changed. I wrote a blog about my current thoughts, and the grading scale is slightly altered. From now on, I'm going to watch these events from Ric Flair and Ricky Steamboat eyes. Yes, because that is the era I grew up in. I grew up when wrestling counted. You can check everything out at thatwrestlingshow.webs.com. I am DM saying, until next time, we'll see you then. And check out the blogs. Whole new stuff popping up.